Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries' newest DLC, the Dragon's Gambit, is going to hit September 28th at midnight UTC. All you need to know about this new DLC hitting and whether you should buy it or not. In this video, we're going to talk about the features of the DLC. We're going to talk about special offers that are currently available. We're going to talk about the new trailer that has been released and the new mech models that we can expect. Plus a little bit of background story on the actual story campaign of the Dragon's Gambit. Let's go. And what better spot to start with than with the trailer? Let's go.
Death is coming to our shores. Prepare for war.
Our skies are riddled with the enemy. We cannot withstand this onslaught.
Hans Davian seeks to bleed the Dragon's Combine out of existence. We will unleash a new weapon of war to turn the tide.
Good to have you on board, Commander. Caballeros and Gravewalkers coming right at you. Stand and fight, cowards.
Conrad Guarita has devised a counterstrike for the ages, a tactical gambit that could see the Combine snatch victory from the clutches of defeat.
Prepare for a fight! Burn through them! For the Combine! For the Combine!
The Dragon's Gambit has begun.
And there we go. That was the trailer, and it was an impactful one and one of the best ones that PGI did so far. Let's break it down piece by piece real quick, guys, because there's a couple of juicy bits of information that you might have missed. So let's go back to the start. I really enjoyed this part right here. This part right here. A riot, a locust, a little bit of burning in the background. It doesn't have to do anything with this story in particular, with the War of 3039, but if you're a longtime BattleTech fan and you're thinking like Decision at Thunder Rift, the first BattleTech novel, you're thinking back to how Lori Kalmar actually lost her locust by being threatened with an Inferno RPG. Yep, it brings back memories, and I also like the little Comstar Financial Services sign back up here. All right, let's move on a little bit further. There were a couple of other juicy bits in here, of course. Also, by the way, I wouldn't want to be in front of a locust if it looks like at you like that. I mean, sure, it's only got a medium laser and a couple of machine guns, but if you don't sit in a big battle mech, I don't know. It doesn't feel comfortable. Definitely does feel a little bit dangerous. So, we're starting off with the map, and it's really cool to see that we're actually getting a first-hand look at exactly where the story is going to go unfold here. We're not going to be in any like a part of Devian or Marek space, whatever. We're going to be fighting alongside the Steiner and Dragon's Combine border. Of course, here being the Devian area with what they clawed out from the guys under Max Liao in the Fourth Succession War. So this is going to be the area where we're fighting in, and I've seen a couple of Star Systems names already that I'm familiar with, like Arcturus, Vega. Of course, we're seeing the big boy Steiner mechs in their white and blue paint jobs. Poor Centurion just got mauled by the enemy Zeus right there. The War of 3039 is going to be very condensed. It's going to literally only last a year. It's going to be like a FATCOM initial strike, which then gets reposted by a Dragon's Combine counter-strike, and there's going to be big wins and there's going to be big losses. Oh, I see Vega up here lurking in the distance. Uh-oh. That could be painful. We'll see. We'll see. The thing is, PGI has improved over time the handcrafted missions that they've done, and this DLC is going to feature 15 unique missions, which are handmade, so no procedurally generated stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. They have shown that actually following story, creating story has been a strong suit for them, and we've seen that, for example, in the Rise of Rasselhag, we've seen that in the Heroes of the Inner Sphere, and of course with the whole war against Max Liao in DLC number 2. So, you know what? I am cautiously optimistic here. We also hear a couple of Merc units mentioned. For me, most interesting are the Caballeros, which of course also have their own series of, I think, 3 novels in the BattleTech universe. So do check that out if that's of interest to you. Of course, here we see some classic Kurita style mechs in their Kurita paint jobs. Panther, of course, up front, and the dragon here in the back, plus the stalker. But I mean, dragon or Grand Dragon and Panther, those are kind of iconic. And of course, we're punching again. Once again, iconic mechs for House Kurita. The Panther is just very, very known in the whole BattleTech universe. And of course, it wouldn't be a Mechwarrior DLC without new mechs. We will have new variants of existing mechs, the so-called Otomo variants, which will have like some unique skins and bolt-ons on top of them. And of course, we will have the Longbow siege mech, featuring prominently LRM launchers, of course. So it should be very interesting to get our hands on that. I have asked PGI to provide me with some loadouts for those Longbow variants. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of them, but we do have a couple of loadout variants for the Otomo mech variants, so we'll talk about them later. That's just a little bit about the trailer. If you noticed something that I totally missed, let me know in the comments below. Let's briefly talk about the Dragon's Gambit DLC page. I've covered that in my preview video on the Dragon's Gambit already before, but I just want to get over it real quick if you just didn't see the video for some chance, or this is the first video that you see on my channel. So it's gonna have an all new campaign. The bonus is going to be interesting. There will be high value, high tier weapons caches in every mission, so you will be able to find some nice tech as you play along with the campaign. There's going to be, I'm guessing this is going to be the case, 2 versions of how you can play this campaign. You just play your normal playthrough in a Mechwarrior 5 Mercs, and as soon as 3039 comes around, you're gonna get a message, hey, Kanrei Kurita needs your help, get over here, join the campaign. The other version will be that you will just be able to start with a predetermined Merc outfit, which has some predetermined mechs and loadouts, and you will just jump right into the Dragon's Gambit DLC. That's what they've done for the previous DLCs, and I think it's going to work quite nicely. So if you just want to try out the new DLC, you will be able to do so. If not, you will have to play the game until the year 3038 or 3039 comes around, so that way you can jump and join in. Moving on, new chassis. We already saw the Longbow in the trailer. It's going to have a hero mech called the Hailstorm, and there's going to be 4 variants, the 0W, 7Q, 0W2, and 8C. Some of these variants have rear-mounted lasers. Of course, these will probably not be in Mechwarrior 5 because those rear-mounted lasers don't serve any purpose. This isn't tabletop. So I'm expecting these lasers or these weapons to be front-facing. And of course, the main question is going to be, what are the hardpoints going to be like? I mean, they're going to be like small hardpoints right here on the side torsos for SRMs or LRM5s or whatever. And then, of course, the big hardpoints right here in the arms for those LRM20 pods. But we'll see what we can fit in there. Maybe we will be surprised and there will be a different amount of hard mounts, so we could probably run SRM bombers with this as well. We'll see. Then here are the new special variants, the Otomo mechs that I already talked about. It's going to be a special dragon, Hatamotochi, Mauler, Catapult, Battlemaster, and Charger. And the new instant action mode with a lot of options that you can change around. Now, we've talked a little bit about the War of 3039, so we are post the 4th Succession War. We are post the discovery of the Helm Corps, and what I find interesting is that this is not just going to be FedCom versus the Draconis Combine. This is going to be FedCom versus the Draconis Combine with the Helm Corps tech, and with the Draconis Combine being in secret supplied by Comstar, which is giving them Star League era tech. So I'm hoping for some really cool and some really juicy weapons to make it onto the field, like the UX and whatnot. Double heatsinks should be more common. And of course, yeah, we'll see if we get our hands on some Star League era mechs again. Let's talk about the Otomo variants that we've already mentioned before, and the other feature, the custom difficulty feature. Now, talking about the Otomo variants beforehand, right here, for example, we have the Dragon 1G special variant, which is going to be the Otomo variant, Otomo being an elite force comprising of the finest mechs that Draconis Combine has had to offer. Exceptional battlefield performance and iconic paint jobs. The Royal Guard stands as a symbol of power and dominance on the battlefield until they walk into the front of my Fafnir. But that doesn't exist at that time. So let me see if this is clickable. Oh, here we go. We can make this a little bit bigger. The Grand Dragon is going to feature static tech, 2 medium pulse lasers, 3 medium pulse lasers actually, a large laser, and 2 SRM4s. And what I really like about this is if you look at the weapon tiers, you got tier 3 and weapons in there, plus a tier 4 large laser. So that is really nice. Nice, interesting paint job right here, also with those teeth bolt-ons. Kind of looks nice. Moving on to the other variant that we can see right here, the Hatamoto Chi 26T. This mech is coming with 2 SRM6 launchers in the side torsos and 2 PPCs. So this is going to be a hard hitter. PPCs will give this thing a lot of range. PPCs are going to be tier 4, SRM6 are going to be tier 3, and it has this like nice crest of the Hatamoto Chi, of course, plus the Kurita paint job. It's just kind of funny, like they took this straight from Mechwarrior Online, but I don't think that is a problem because, let's face it, if they have good paint jobs in MWO, why should they not reuse it, right? Easy peasy, looks good. And then right here we have a lot more variants to see now. They updated that. The Mauler MX90. You might know this thing from Mechwarrior Online coming at you with 6 AC5s. The standard build is going to be a little bit more tame, but also with some interesting tech. This thing is going to feature ER large lasers in the arms, plus LRM-10s in the side torsos, and 6 machine guns. Now, you know me, I'm not a fan of machine guns in Mechwarrior Online or Mechwarrior 5, so I'll probably throw these out and opt to see if we can get like some bigger LRM launchers in there, for example, or throw out the lasers and see if we can put some AC2s or something on those small hard mounts or AC5s. It all depends, of course, what kind of engine this mech is running, because unfortunately the MW5 standard UI, as far as I know, still doesn't tell you if the mech is standard engine, light engine, or XL engine, or whether it has something like endo steel tech, which should be part of the War of 3039 or ferrofibers. So we'll see. I guess we'll find out. Of course, once yet another mech gets updated, the mod will give you that kind of information. Also, speaking about mods, very important, of course. Mods are going to make your life a lot easier and going to make the game even better, so keep your eyes out for the new mod reviews. Catapult K2 is going to be in the game as well, and I really like this. I really like the bolt-ons on this. They basically made these arm mounts into Chinese cannons, almost, or let's call it Eastern cannons, since the Draconis combine is like more Japanese oriented, right? Dragon cannons, basically, with the PPCs in the arms. And then the torsos are gonna have small lasers and AC2s, also higher tier weapons. This looks nice. I really find this cool. This looks cool. Of course, these won't open or close. They're just bolt-ons. This is just gonna be fixed. Yeah. Don't expect the mod to open and the PPC to come out. I don't think that's going to be the case. Then we have 2 more that we can look at. Let's look at the charger first. Oh, I can't click this. Okay. The charger is resisting my clicks. The charger is going to have LRM-20 plus Artemis. Medium pulse lasers. Yep, that's the order. Medium pulse lasers and LRM-20 plus Artemis. And it's going to have some dragon horns. And the Battlemaster, that one is clickable. Of course, I'm a Battlemaster enthusiast. You guys know I'm a Battlemaster enthusiast. I'm a Deviant boy. I'm a Battlemaster enthusiast. What can I say? So, let's have a look at that. We have tons of medium lasers, PPC, SRM6, and a LB10 solid slug mounted under the left arm. Plus this interesting like dragon hump on the back. That's kind of cool. Yeah, you know what? From all these variants, I think this is probably the one that hits the hardest. So I know what I'm gonna keep my eye out for. Especially the LB10 solid slugs should be really, really good again as well. So custom variants are looking good. I'm also looking forward to the longbows, but as I said, there is no info on them yet. I'll try to get that info to you as soon as the DLC hits. Now then, what else are they doing? In the gameplay tab, in the options menu, we will be able to choose difficulties from the drop-down menu, easy, normal, or hard presets. They will adjust enemy accuracy, enemy lethality, storage costs, and mech upkeep. But there's also a custom option where you can fine-tune these settings to align with your preferred playstyle. You can modify heat dissipation, enemy artillery, fire rate, repair time, repair cost, overtonnage salvage penalty, overtonnage CB penalty, and even enable unlimited ammo. So, overtonnage salvage penalty or overtonnage CB penalty, really cool options. We're looking forward to that, because that allows you to drop a little bit extra tonnage and not worry about it too much. So let's say you're 5 or 10 tons over, you can still drop that. You'll just pay a little bit of money, or you will just get a little bit of less salvage. And I'm also excited about enemy artillery fire rate. Because let's face it, that artillery mode was nice for the first time, but after the 30th time dodging artillery strikes left and right, you kind of wish for an ability to at least lower the rate of fire. Like maybe not completely disable it, but just not have to dodge on your tippy toes every 2 seconds. Repair time and repair cost are also interesting, especially if you looked at some of the campaigns, especially the latest campaign, the Heroes of Rassalak Republic DLC. The problem there was that you didn't have enough time to repair, so of course you had to field different mechs, which was not a problem, but was like a throwback to like some older Mechwarrior games where you just didn't have the time to finish your repairs all the time. But with this slider, you'll be able to adjust that a little bit as well. While we're here, because I've just looked at this list of DLCs, if you're looking for a recommendation on the DLCs and which ones to get or not, I'll cover that in a second. Let's finish this first. Now, there are going to be other difficulty options. Important to ensure a smooth experience, they recommend waiting until after Act 1 in the main campaign before making any adjustments, or you just start with your whole merc outfit and not play the campaign at all. Important, if you change these settings in your main campaign, you can come up into mission roadblocks, for example, if you add prolonged repair times, because all of a sudden you can't drop anymore. So keep that in mind. And of course, in co-op, as always, host settings will take precedence. Tweaking the difficulty settings will not impact your achievement progress, also good. So, custom difficulty options, unlimited ammo, extra heat dissipation, enemy accuracy, enemy lethality. So enemy accuracy is how often they hit you. And basically the value goes from 0 point whatever to 1, which is 100%, and which is normal accuracy, and then anything above is extra accuracy. Enemy lethality is how often do they target weaker components. So if you remember your arms falling off all the time, maybe you want to lower that a little bit. Artillery fire rate, repair time, mech repair cost, mech upkeep. All of these are self-explanatory. Storage cost, if you have too many mech bays. If you're one of those mech hoarders like me, this might get expensive. And of course the overtonnage penalties. Okay, so overall, I think some of this stuff has already been part of add-ons, of part of mods like Yet Another Mech Lab, but it's good to see them add that to the main game, especially for those players out there who are unfortunately not part of the PC Master Race and playing on consoles. And I'm saying this with a smile because I'm not serious, but you guys know you would love to have mods as well, so it's good to see that if you can't have mods, at least now you can have these options if you're not playing on PC. Okay, let's talk about getting Mechwarrior 5 mercs and the DLCs, because currently PGI is running a big Steam sale. If you haven't picked up Mechwarrior 5 or the DLCs yet, or if you picked up Mechwarrior 5 at some point but didn't pick up any DLC so far, you can get the game 50% off, and you can get 50% off of the DLCs number 1, 2, and 3, plus another 30% off of the latest DLC, Rise of Rassalak. Now, I said a couple of minutes ago, I'm going to give you a couple of recommendations. As far as the DLCs are concerned, what have been my favorites? By the way, this is actually... they got the sequence wrong here. DLC 1 is Heroes of the Inner Sphere. This one was nice. My personal favorite is Legend of the Kestrel Lancers, because that is the 4th Succession War DLC. Really, really cool, so that's my personal favorite. Rise of Rassalak had a really, really nice campaign with an epic final mission where I literally went into combat with a mech-sized sword in the hand of my Battlemaster, I believe. That was really nice as well. I would say Call to Arms is the weakest DLC out of the bunch so far, but you can pick it up at 50% off, so I think at that point it's worth picking up just for the extra melee combat, if that sounds like fun to you. Overall, you can save a little bit of money right here if you are jumping into the game right now, so why not join the fun? And hey, while you're joining the fun, maybe you stick around on my YouTube channel or on my live stream, twitch.tv/TheRealTTB, to find out more about the game, or maybe hop in on some co-op campaigns with me. I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope I didn't make too many mistakes. If I made some, point them out in the comments. Let me really have it. Other than that, I will be seeing you, of course, on the battlefields in the year 3039 very soon. Take care. Thank you so much, supporters. Couldn't do it without you. If you want to join Team TTB, check out the join button right here on YouTube, super thanks button in the comment section, or of course the links to Patreon or the merch store listed in the video description.